Okay, let's do core class. Just got to hit my button on my watch. You ready? All right. So just get comfy, sit however you want to sit. We're just going to do some nice gentle stretching. And if, again, shoulders bother you, even watch the sun breaths. Just inhale up and release. And again, we're looking at a 70-degree day. And up. Just release it out. Okay, this time when we go up, interlace those fingers, palms to the ceiling. Push straight up first and just kind of wiggle out of your hips. Stretch that spine. If you can, pull the arms back a little bit. Feel that chest open when you do that. And then when you're ready, start a little side-to-side action. But again, decide how far that is. Try to keep the arms straight when you do this. Pressure through the palms up to the ceiling. And of course, nice big breaths. Oh. And one or two more sets, whatever you need, you decide. And then when you're ready, just bring it back to center and release those arms down. Good. Loosen your stance. Let's just do 3 sets of dog and cats just to kind of soften your spine, see what's up. If you loosen your stance and align elbow to elbow, you can get a little more wave in your movement. If that's what you need, hands on the knees, you know what to do. Inhale forward and up. Exhale it back. Now, those of you who know me always know I complain I cannot get out of the house without dog hair on my black yoga pants. Just because that's just my life now. So I broke down and bought the new product, the Downy dryer sheets that repel lint and dog hair. It worked. I can't believe it worked. I thought it was just going to be like, okay, I just got a box of dryer sheets and twist, right? I needed dryer sheets anyway, so I figured, you know what, they're at like $1 more and switch a box than the regular Bounty. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try it. And I am like blown away and switch that I got out of the house without dog hair. And switch. And one more set. The sheet itself is twice as large as a regular sheet. I don't know why that is. And left. Oh. And back to center. Let's just take that right arm in front. Use your left. Pull it in. Get a nice shoulder stretch. Okay, then up and over. Pull it back. Pull up and out of those hips. Really stretch. Take some nice deep breaths. And then gently release those arms and switch it out. Oh. And then up and over. And release. All right, before we start weight work, let's do, keep it going with some nice stretching, but it'll be core work as well. So come out to a straddle stretch. We're gonna start our little toe. So just shake your legs out, wiggle however you need to. You still want your sits bones grounded. Sit on a cushion if you need to. Legs are straight, heels down, toes up. Pull those shoulders back. shoulders over the hips, arms straight out. Take in a breath. This is your inhalation point. And when you exhale, I'm using left little pinky to right little toe. Oh, and inhale it back to center and go to the other side. You might not make it to the toe at first. 2, center. Oh, but it should start feeling good the more you do. 3, center. Make sure, nice big breaths. 4, center. Left, center. 5, center. Left, center. 6, center. Left, center. 7, center. Left, center. 8, center. Left. Hopefully you're getting towards that toe or a little closer. 9, center. Left, center. 10, center. Left, center. 11, center. Left, center. 12, last one. And just release those arms down. Bring the legs together, shake them out, wiggle them out. And then just do a nice bend the knees, plant the feet little side to side. While you do that, I'm gonna hit one more button on the screen that I forgot to do. I'm just an expert at this by now, you'd think. Okay, my apologies. Okay, now let's get into some core work. So, turn to the side. We'll go light on the weight work today. Now, you can use weights or not use weights. If you're using weights, go with your lighter set. So we'll incorporate it into the rollbacks with or without weights. If you're not using weights, just keep your arms out, or you can turn them this way, or you could take them across your chest. If your arms are extended in any way, shape, or form, keep them level with the shoulders. Feet are firmly planted. Exhale, go back just to your lower back touches and come right back up. You come up, make sure that spine is straight, no rounded curve. Go as far back as you can till your feet want to pop. 2. And remember, if you're holding weights and your knuckles up, you're working the wrists with those weights. If it's a little much on the wrist, you can always turn. Take some of the pressure off. Turn again. And 6. Do what works for you today. 7. Nice smooth rhythm. 8. These are harder stopping when the low back touches versus going all the way to the floor. Works more muscles. 10. Couple more. 11. One more. And 12. Good. If you're using weights, set them down. We're going to be balancing on our tailbone. So if you're like I am and want some cushioning, put that in place. And we're going to go to tabletop. Lean back on that tailbone, find your balance. Knees up, knees over hips. Here's your tabletop. Keep that core tight. Pull the right leg in, extend the left out, and switch. 2, switch. 3, switch. 4, don't let your feet droop. 5, we want to activate those legs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And release, shake, windshield wiper. While you're doing that, grab one weight if you're going to use your weights, preferably the heavier of the two if you're using different sizes, or you can clasp your hands together. We're doing side to side. So we're back in tabletop. No weight looks like this. A weight looks like this. Your knees go one way, the weight goes the other way. And twist. 2, left, 3, left, 4, left, 5, left, 6, left, 7, left, 8, left, 9, left, 10, left, 11, left, 12, left, and release. Weight as well. I'm releasing my little pad here. All right, roll up. So go down onto your back. Take a moment, again, windshield wiper. When you do these, please keep shoulders grounded. You can also hug and rock it out. So we're going to do the reverse. Again, arms at side. Roll up as far as you can until 1, you're either all the way up, or 2, your feet want to pop or wiggle or move. You're pressing them down. When you press them down into the mat, you're tightening that lower core, and that's what you want. It should also tighten the lower back. If you want to make it a little harder, arms over your chest, taking your shoulders assistance out of it, so it's a little tougher. Okay, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and down. All right, let's do a little side to side action again. I got to slide out a little bit so I don't hit some decorations. Both shoulders on the mat, straight arms out, like knee down twist is fine. Elbows bent is fine. Shoulders stay glued. That's all I care about. Knees over tabletop, knees over hips. You're taking a breath, exhale to the right. Go as far until you're hovering about 1 inch from the floor, or the opposite shoulder wants to pop. Inhale back up, exhale to the other side, and up, and 2, up, left, up, 3, up, left, up, 4, up, left, up, 5, up, left, up, 6, up, left, up, 7, up, left, up, 8, up, left, up, 9, up, left, up, 10, up, left, up, 11, up, left, up, 12, up, left, up, and release those legs and move those arms any way you need to. And we're just going to do a nice, oh, my glasses, it's moist in the studio today, I apologize. Okay, we're going to do some heel crunches. I'm going to increase them. We're going to try to hit 25. Pay attention to how far you're lifting. You don't want to plateau. You want to push yourself just a little bit more. Remember, top of the crunch, pop up to your heels. When you go back down, flat feet. Support the neck. Don't interlace the fingers. Keep those elbows nice and wide. And here we go. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wake that core. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Keep that alignment. 20, 21, 22, 3, 4, and 5. Always in between, check in with the neck. Roll it from side to side. Maybe you want to pull chin to chest. Just move it. In case you pulled on it, it happens. We're not perfect. We pull on it. All right, let's continue with the core work, but get some more stretching in. We're going to do some nice bridge lifts. So adjust your feet accordingly, however you like them. And don't stick to my count. I want 10 out of you, but I want your inhalation up, your exhale down. I'm going to count out 10, but don't force the breath to stay with mine. All right, here we go. And up for 1. And down. And 2. And down. 3. Down. 4. We forget this is core work because it just feels so good. 5. And down. 6. Down. 7. Down. 8. Down. 2 more. All right, doing a shortened count because we got to switch out the legs. 1 more. Oh, yes. And down. So if you still have a few more to do, feel free to keep doing them till you hit your 10. For the next, we're going to do 2 more sets, but we're going to change our leg placement to make it harder. So cross your right ankle in front of your left knee and just pulse that right knee away from you, getting that nice stretch. Because you're going to decide where the edge of that stretch is. You want to feel a stretch while you're lifting into the bridge in this area, but you don't want it to be very, so intense that it's painful. Again, the arms stay on the floor at your sides. Adjust your left foot accordingly. I move it a little closer to my buttocks, but you do what you need to do. Try one. Don't let when you lift up, don't let the knee pull in. Keep the knee pressed away from you. And lift and lower. Again, I want 10. Let your breath lift you and lower you. Some people like to adjust their hands so their hands are on their hips, elbows out, pressing into the floor to give them leverage. That's absolutely fine. As long as it feels okay on your shoulders and the elbows. 6. Crazy how much harder it gets when you take one leg away. 8. 9. And 10. So when you complete your 10, switch your leg placement. Shake, wiggle, but make sure you're engaging it. Hip flexor stretch. Oh, it should feel good. This is my tight side, so I need a couple more. You know what your body's telling you. All right. Adjust your feet, adjust your hands how you like them. Keep the pressure on that knee so it stays out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more for me, and 10. And when you're all done, hug, rock it out, shake it out, whatever you need to do. All right, we're going to do crisscross crunches. So once again, we're going to bring those knees to tabletop. We're going to lift that chest up as high as we can. It stays up through the whole exercise, hands behind the head. So it's going to be left elbow to right knee that you pull in, and then you're going to switch. All right. Looks like everybody's ready. Let's do this. Right, left, 2, left. Don't just pull the elbows in. Twist that torso. 3, left, 4, left, 5, left, 6, left, 7, left, 8, left, 9, left, 10, left, 11, left, 12, left, and release the head, release the legs. Okay, let's hit that core again. Heel crunches, another set. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Don't pull on your neck. 20, 21, 22, 3, 4. Oh yeah, that feels good. Last one, check in with that neck. All right, I got to adjust a little bit. We are going to go into a knee down twist, knees to the right side of the floor. So pick those knees up, take them to the right side of the floor. Stack knee to knee, ankle to ankle, get as align as really best you can, because alignment is what makes this or breaks this crunch. Stretch those arms out, wiggle that torso, enjoy that knee down twist. Just take a couple deep breaths. As you kind of wiggle into your final alignment, you want that spine as long as you can get it, straight as you can get it. Because in this crunch, when we come up straight up over the hip. While you're making that movement, you are squeezing your knees together and pushing them into the floor. Okay? They're strapped together and they're bolted to the floor. I don't want those legs flopping or moving. We're going to isolate this oblique crunch. Gently take your hands in support position behind your head. And it's not a huge movement, but it's a powerful one. And lift straight up. Keep the elbows wide out like butterfly wings, and lower. And 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, 10, 11. Squeeze those knees, push them to the floor. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8, 9, and 20. Release that head and neck, roll it a bit, and pick those knees up, take them to the left. Enjoy your knee down twists again. Sorry, I've got all this jumping away. While you're wiggling into position, enjoying the stretch. Oh, one side might be tighter than the other. So our knees are together, right? We're picture them strapped together, bolted to the floor. Feel that shoulder stretch, but also remember we talked about, make sure when you just plop your arms out to the side like this, that your shoulders aren't jammed up in your neck. Make sure they come down, natural position. Oh, I got a cramp or something going on this side. All right, set of 20, hands behind the head. And you know what to do, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Release that head and neck, bring those knees back to center. And this time, take your hands behind your legs, send your legs straight up to the ceiling. While you relax and wiggle, make sure you point and flex those feet. Whatever you need to do to get those legs comfortable and a little stretched above your heart. You know, these next two are two of my absolute favorites. V stretch and then frog leg extensions, because they do such a great job working every single part of your leg and lower core muscles. And they should feel great. Remember, watch your alignment. And you're trying to get rid of the gap in between your legs. So for the first one, you can have your hands underneath your hips if you'd like, elbows again out for leverage. Try to straighten those legs, point those toes. I really would love to see ankle, knee to hip. Your lower back is flat on the mat. You're not crushing it down, but if you're tightening your core muscles, pulling that belly button back and up, it should gently press it down a bit. Point those toes, take in a breath, exhale out to your V. Stop, push the heels up, turn the toes out, bring the heels together, ballet position 1, knees over the hips, try to get rid of the gap in between your legs. Turn your toes outward. Yeah, see it, feel the difference? Now you're going to turn your ankles back, point your toes, and go again. Out for 2. Heels in. Smooth rhythm, out for 3. See if you can expand that V and in. Out for 4 as muscles loosen and in. But really when you bring them together, I want those toes turned out. And 4, get rid of the gap. In. That's where those muscles work. 5. Keep your alignment when you come in. Make sure those knees are still over the hips. 6. So we activate the muscles together. In. 7. In. 8. A lot of core work going on, but so much stretching. That's why I love it. 9. In. 10. In. 11. In. 1 more. Yeah. In. Now bring the soles of your feet together like bound angle. Use your hands to hold your feet together. Push those knees away from you. Rock a little bit. Just get a better stretch, pushing both knees together. We warmed them up a little bit. Stretching one leg at a time. Now you're getting both. And we did the bridge lift. Okay, so now we're going to release our hands from our feet. Hands on our hips, elbows out, leverage, matching your knees. And we're going to extend the legs straight up, letting the toes in the middle of your feet separate, but not your heels, returning to that ballet one, no gap. And then gently return it to starting position. There you go, perfect. And up for two. Again, is that belly button up and back or back and up? Keep your core tight. 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10. All those leg muscles and core muscles working. 11. That's why I love these. And 12. Gently bring your knees together and do what you need to do. We're going to do the dreaded reverse crunch. It's so good for us, even though it's, I think, one of the most hated exercises I teach based on the feedback I get. All right, so legs straight up to the ceiling again. Arms are at your side, palms down, because you're going to press your hands and your arms into the mat for leverage. Now, your first option is soften the knees, cross one ankle over the other. You're going to lift your hips straight up towards the ceiling. The next option after that would be your legs are straight, uncrossed, and you're pushing the soles of your feet straight up. That's a little harder. So try a few with the knees soft and just get the motion of the lift. And then if you want to alter it, please do. Remember, shoulders in the back of the head stay on the mat with as minimal rocking as possible. And here we go. Lift straight up and down. Lift, down. 3, down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and gently release. Take your feet to the mat, do what you need to do. We're going to stop at 12 of those because we haven't done them in a while. Those build strength quickly, so I know everyone hates them, but hey. Okay. We're going to do the wood chopper. So bend your knees, plant your feet. Again, weight or no weight. Arms are going to be overhead, no weight. Clasp your hands together. If you're going to hold the weight, hold the weight. And what you're going to do, feet are planted, they don't move. You're going to come up to the outside of the right knee, and you're going to come back, and then you're going to come left. Everybody ready? And like I said, if you don't want weights, just clasp your hands together, but get a nice shoulder stretch in the process. That's why the arms are nice extended overhead. And here we go, up, right, and left, and 2, and left, and 3, and left, and 4. Ooh, gotta go past that knee then. 5, left, 6, left, 7, left, 8, left, 9, left, 10, left, 11, left, one more set, 12, left. Good, release your weight. I always end up off my mat, I apologize. All right, recline bound angle for a moment, please. Soles of the feet together. Do a few pelvic tilts, meaning when you inhale, fill that belly like a basketball, arch that lower back. When you exhale, gently press down, tipping your pelvic floor slightly, but don't let the knees do this. Come on, you're actually pushing them towards the mat. Wonderful stretch. And you know, I can't just let you lay here in a stretch. So I want you to keep enjoying the stretch, but we're going to do it in a crunch. So, sorry, something's stuck. Okay, hands behind the head, elbows out. Let's just do some crunches and enjoy the stretch. Lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, woo, 25, good job. Now that's a nice stretch. So if you're not used to it, gently lift those knees back up to center. And just move, wiggle, rock, hug. We're gonna do one more nice oblique crunch with that same stretch going on. I'm gonna do a couple leg moves, and the end of the class will be our plank work. All right, so once again, you're gonna cross the right ankle of the left, and pulse that knee out, should be much looser. You should know where your edge is in that stretch, or maybe it's changed a little because of the bound angle stretch we did. So right hand is on your hip, elbow out, left supports your neck. So really spread those fingers, give your neck some love. Do not pull the knee in, keep the pressure on it, just like the others, like in the bridge lifts we did. You are going to bring the left elbow to the right knee or as close as you could possibly get it. All right, here we go, lift and twist, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Feel that core work. 12, 13, 14, 15. Come on, we got 5 more in us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Check in with that neck as you uncross your legs. Change your leg placement. Left hand is now on your hip. Right is supporting the neck. And take in a nice breath. And when you're ready to exhale, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, check in with that neck, uncross those legs, shake them out, wiggle them out. We're going to give that neck a little bit of a break. And you're going to roll to one side. We're going to do some leg work on our side. So it doesn't matter which side you start on. We're doing both sides. But what does matter is you lay in the center of your mat, pick up both feet, take them to the front corner. You want a little bit of a curve for balance. Now, as far as your neck goes, I call this the watching TV pose, or lay it down, switch between them. Just keep your neck comfortable and supported. All right, we're going to work this top leg. This hand here, my right hand, could be on my hip. You can plant it on the mat for support. Okay, you do what you need to do with it. Lift the top leg, hip height. I don't want it way up here, and whoa, bring it down level with the hip. There it is. Point the toes, small circles forward. We call it stir in the pot. Think about it like a volleyball or so. And just small controlled circles. 5, 6, 7. Watch out for cramps in the toes if you're really pointing and tightening that leg. Now pause and just reverse the circle. 2. Smaller circles are harder than big gaping circles. And actually, if you do a big circle, I'm not saying they're bad. 9, 10. All right, release, wiggle your toes. We're going to do leg beats. With the big circles, you have to go slow and really watch the alignment, because if you just start winging that leg around, you could damage those hip flexors. So for this one, push the heels out, pull the toes towards you. Feel how those muscles lock? I want them stayed locked. Lift the top leg up to hip height. This leg is not going to move. You're going to lift the bottom leg and tap. So it's going to look like this. Tap, tap. Feel how hard that is? 4, 5, 6. Keep everything tight. 7. The tighter you keep everything, the more bang for your buck. 9, 10, 11, 12. And release. And always wiggle the feet, especially if it triggers a cramp. All right, we're going to just do one more and then we'll switch sides because we still have our plank work to do. We're going to do the bicycle because, again, it's just such a fabulous exercise. Find your rhythm. This isn't one to be rushed. You're going to bend the knee, keep it level with the hip, extend the leg straight out, toes pointed, pull it back behind you, bringing heel to butt and sending it right back out front. Nice, smooth, like a pedal. 2. I always hit this stuff behind me. 3. I don't want to jinx myself and say, I've never broken any of this stuff, because today will be the day I do it. 6. Feel all those muscles working in your hip and lower core. 7. Can't go back that far because I've been hit. 8. You can even take your hand and feel them all contracting. 9. 10. But this is a nice way to work all those muscles in the butt and in the hip. 11. One more, and then we're going to reverse it without any weight bearing on the joints. That's the key. All right, I'm just going to scooch forward because I'm hitting the lotus things. So now we reverse it. We start same position. This time push through the heel. So push straight back, then point the toes, scoop around. Push through the heel. Now, as you get used to these, you want to make sure nothing else on your body is moving but this leg. 4. You should feel really good. 5, 6, sheesh. 7, 8, 9. Really keep it hip height. 10. And as you can see, this is not a fast movement. Don't fling it around. Nice and slow. One more. Slower, small movements are harder. And shake the leg out. And we're going to switch sides. I'm just going to do it this way so I can see. I swear someone must have moved the mat underneath because I'm kicking everything today. And I know I didn't get taller. Again, make your head comfy, body stacked. Now, a point I didn't make when we were doing the other side. Okay, this top arm, as I said, it could be hip, it could be floor. If you're using floor, just don't roll the shoulders forward. Keep that alignment because that makes the core work, even when you're laying down. All right, hip height, point the toes, lock that leg up. Tighter the leg, the better workout you're going to give yourself. A dozen forward, small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point those toes, Joe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pause and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now push the heel out, pull the toes in on both. Top leg stays stationary, leg beats. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo, release them down, wiggle. Bicycle. Start nice bent, see if any muscles are going to argue. Point the toes, pull back. Put that leg as far back as you can. Feel that front stretch when you do. 2. Those of you that know me, now I like to go for the exercises that work the core, but also give the other muscles a nice stretch. Because I think you're just better off at the end of the class if you've gotten a lot of stretching in while you're working that core. 7. Part of that's the yoga teacher. 9. Oh, really? 10. 11. 12. All right, we're going to switch it. Push back through the heel. Scoop it around. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. All right, what I want you to do is roll onto your belly, push back into extended child and stretch. If you need to do some dog and cats, feel free to do those, but just make sure you stretch out those hip muscles. We're down to the last 10 minutes of class, so we're going to hit the plank work now to make sure we get it in. But I just want you to stretch and wiggle. So we're going to go straight to a 3-minute plank hold. Just hit it hard. If you're not used to 3 minutes, excuse me, come out of it when you need to, maybe count out 10, 15 seconds and try to rejoin. You can be on wrist or you can be on forearm. You can rotate between the two. All of it's fine with me. I just want you comfortable. But whatever way you choose, Balls of the feet, shift those heels back, push them back, feel those calves engage. When you drop those hips down, lock in, go. Lock in that core. So when I shift back, my shoulders slightly come behind my wrists. And whenever you're doing any weight bearing in a wrist format, spread your fingers as wide as you can. It evens out the pressure coming down. But when you push those heels back, engage the calves, you're also helping to lock the lower core into place. One of the biggest complaints I get from people, aside from, oh, my arms, is they say the plank hurts their lower back. And if that is happening, you're not tightening your core and you are letting your lower back take the brunt of it. And that's not what we want. I'll tell you when we're at the halfway point. Some people like to know, some people don't want to know. I never know with students. So I'll give you a little something, something. I'll tell you when we're at the halfway point. Figured since we've been off for 2 weeks, or that was my doing, we wouldn't go insane on the plank work because I like to do different style plank holds. Just a minute for each one, a minute side plank each side, 3 minutes this way, inverted, to get like 6-7 minutes plank work in. But I also know with this burst of nice weather, you can't help but get outside and do something. So I don't want to. "30-second marker. Just think how good extended child's going to feel after this. Now, especially if you're doing a wrist plank hold, when you get to extended child, make sure like you wiggle your wrists around, baby them a little, give them some TLC. And do that now. Great job, extended child. Or as always, if there's something else you would prefer to do, because we're gonna, man, time's a burning. All right, get out of extended child, come upright. We're gonna finish with some hand weight work because we didn't do more plank work. So we're gonna work the tricep. So we know with a tricep, the bigger the weight, the better. Tricep has to have some real weight against it to get any definition. So take it in your right hand, straight up, pull it back, try to get aligned with the ear at minimum, but if you could go a little behind, that's even better. Feel that nice spine lift, bend straight back at the elbow, and up. This is nice at the end, as well as the beginning of class, because I want you just to focus. The movement is easy. You don't have to think. I'm counting it out in my head, unless I get on a tangent and forget. But I just want you to focus on nice, deep cool down breaths. Just blowing out. You guys lucky at home, you don't have this mask on. I don't know, some days they really bother me, other days not so much, the masks. Yeah, but just some days it's like, why is it bugging me today? 3 more. 1. And I have different masks, so some fit different than others. 1 more. But feel that tricep? Now switch arms. And again, get that alignment, deep breaths. You're really just, if you're a yogi, you know what to do. Inhale, Fill that belly, blow it up like a balloon. Exhale, flatten it out. And breathing should not be nice and quiet. Blow that breath out if you need to. Sigh if you need to. Let it out. 2 more. 1, 2. Good. Now, a weight in each hand, doesn't matter heavy or light. This is like a cool down. But I want the elbows tucked in, palms up, shoulders over the hips, and just curl it out. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. You should feel good. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Good. Set your weights down. Now this stretch hopefully will get into your, we're going to do it like the cat, if you will, but we're going to change our hands a little bit to give our wrists and hands some stretch. So again, interlace, palms away from you. Take in a nice breath. Pull up, straighten that spine. Exhale, push your arms straight out, round your back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Inhale, lift those arms up overhead. Pull them down and round it out again. So this is just, I just altered. You need to inhale, lift up, do it one more time. And when you're ready to exhale, bring them down. I just altered the arms of the dog and cat just to baby those wrists and fingers a little bit. This time, inhale up, release those hands and exhale it down. Good. Take the legs out front, shake them out. Don't forget your toes, your ankles, your feet. Nothing is wrong. You can't do anything wrong here as long as it feels good. We're just going to go into a fold for a couple breaths to make sure those sits bones are grounded. If a fold doesn't feel right and you'd rather just go into a straddle stretch, feel free. Otherwise, take in your breath, hinge, and fold into whatever feels right. And of course, nice deep yoga breaths. And just softly come out of it whenever you're ready. And then plant your hands, bend your knees, and do a little side to side. And don't forget, personalize it. You could just take the knees a little like this, or when you can stop, lift the hips up, deepen the stretch. All what you want to do. And when you feel that you've done enough, just come back to easy pose and take a couple breaths. And I thank you for joining me for our core workout. Be safe, be happy.